What's up, everybody? And welcome back to the Three-Man Podcast. Again, 3MP for short. I am your host, Steven, and we have Chris and Alex here. Also, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
What's up?
This is our second episode. Obviously, thank you to everyone who listened to our first episode and gave us some feedback. It is very appreciated. So, this episode, we will be covering some Raw, Smackdown, and I think we'll talk a little bit about 205 Live. I watched it this week. No NXT. If you want to see my thoughts on NXT this week, you could go on our Twitter. We have social media now, so I'll drop that on Instagram and Twitter. I almost said Facebook. We don't have Facebook.
Yeah. And
Twitter is at 3MP Wrestling. So go follow those. Thank you to everyone who has followed them already. On Twitter, we will be live tweeting a lot of stuff. So you could get our thoughts there and then come listen to them on the podcast. Anyway, first show of the week, obviously, is always Monday Night Raw. The 3 hours of fun it is. Actually, this week was 3 hours of fun.
Yeah, it was really good.
Granted, I was at work while I was watching it, so I didn't get all the details on it, but I watched most of it when I could. So the show kicked off with everyone's favorite, Stephanie McMahon. They talked about...
Why is she the favorite?
It's a joke.
No one likes her.
We don't really...
Is she like the Vicky?
She's a better version of
Yeah.
Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah. Not...
Like the same level almost?
Yeah.
As annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, talking about the Royal Rumble. I mean, it was a big success. The Women's Royal Rumble, that is. Talking about Asuka winning, Ronda Rousey, blah, blah, blah. So, Asuka comes to the ring. We're going to find out who she's going to challenge at Royal Rumble. But, Stephanie McMahon says you might want to wait because this month, or next month technically, because it was in January. This month at Elimination Chamber, we'll have the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber. So that's cool. I think that's the last first for them. What else could there be?
They did TLC.
Yeah, they've done TLC. Yeah, so that'd be the last first for them. So we kind of expected that. So it looks like, and Alexa Bliss will be defending her title. So we'll see who's in that match shortly. And Sasha Banks also comes out and interrupts Asuka's promo, which was in Japanese. So I'm not exactly sure what she said.
Yeah, she's confusing.
So that turns into Asuka and Sasha Banks have a match later in the night. So, yeah, that was the start of the show. And then we found out earlier in the day, on I think it was social media, Kurt Angle had a little video. They were going to have Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. It was Braun Strowman and Kane in the Last Man Standing match. So that is always fun. It was Matt Hardy, Woken Matt Hardy, versus Elias, and John Cena versus Finn Balor, which we will get into. Don't worry about it. But the night after, the first match of the night was Braun Strowman versus Kane, which was fantastic. So yeah. Hold on. First of all, what do you think about Braun Strowman, Chris? You got a quick glimpse of him on Raw and Royal Rumble.
I don't know. Who's Braun?
The big dude that
Screams.
Brock Lesnar punched in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, that dude with the nips flying out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was funny.
Okay.
He's cool.
Yeah, Braun's the best.
He actually looks like a muscle house.
Well, he was a power lifter before becoming a wrestler. So that's why he could toss 18-wheelers and...
Fake.
Scaffoldings,
the
ambulances, announce tables, pretty much anything he wants, he throws around.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, obviously they beat up on each other for a while, but the match ends with Braun Strowman tossing the entire announce table deck onto Kane. Yeah. Not just the table. Like
why is he fighting Kane again?
It was just to qualify for the Elimination Chamber.
But he beat him. Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's just they want to entertain people. So he tossed the platform.
Yeah, the whole podium
the
and
table
everything.
sits on by the Titantron on top of Kane, and obviously he wasn't getting up, so he won the match that way. And so then we go to commercial, blah blah blah. Then Braun's backstage, and Kurt Angle confronts him and is like, "You do this every week, blah blah blah. Stop doing this. You're like putting everyone in danger." And he's like, "Well, it was a last man standing match." "That's what I did. He didn't get up," or whatever. So he makes a good point. Why are you putting him in a situation to literally destroy people? Just put him in a regular match. Granted, he's probably still going to do that, but you literally told him, make sure this guy doesn't get up. He has to be down for 10 seconds. He might not even be up. We don't know.
And he picked the most obscure way to have the last man standing win, so, it works all around.
So, yeah, that was fun. Gotta love Braun. He was great in the Mixed Match Challenge, too, with Alexa Bliss. And then after that, what else would I got here? Oh, yeah, Matt Hardy and Elias had their match to qualify. All right match. I got to watch that. Elias goes over with a little help from Bray Wyatt and distracting Matt Hardy, so he's in the Elimination Chamber, which is cool. And then we find out that later in the night, we're going to get Roman Reigns' rematch for the Intercontinental Championship, so that's fun. We get a little revival match. They cut a promo. Yeah, and then that's cool. They talked about being professional wrestlers again.
It's good to see the revival. Kind of people thought they were buried, and now they're kind of getting back on the upward trend. So it's good to see them.
What was after that? Was next was the Intercontinental match?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got
before the revival cut like a quick promo before the match, but before that it was Miz.
Oh, it was before
Roman.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. My notes are backwards.
Yeah. So it was Miz versus Roman for the IC, and then preceding Revival and Rhino.
Okay.
Which is weird because I would have thought it'd have the way you have it. You would have, the Revival versus Heath and Rhino versus and before Miz versus Roman.
They had to get the hour rating spikes.
Yeah.
So they opened up the second hour with that match.
Which the Miz versus Roman IC match, I think it was good.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yeah, the lights just flickered up here and we're freaking out. But they booked Miz strong against Roman.
Yeah,
so.
Which, it's interesting because, you want to build the Miz as, well, we know he's a great Intercontinental Champion. One could argue he's the best Intercontinental Champion ever.
Yeah.
Just interesting they're doing it at the expense of Roman.
Yeah.
When we're supposed to believe he will be able to beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Likely at WrestleMania. We never know what could happen in the Elimination Chamber.
I mean, in this match, they had the Miz show up and then kind of, distract Roman and then...
Which we've gotten used to.
Yeah, we got used to. Job. So that's what cost Roman the win. So technically it wasn't like Miz. Miz did well. I mean, Miz in the match, he was booked strong, so he held his own against Roman. It wasn't like, he was getting beat up and then the Miz showed up and then, they just used that as a distraction pretty much.
Yeah, well, last I checked, I think it's going to be Braun Strowman versus The Miz at Mania for the Intercontinental title. So I guess that's why they're building The Miz up.
Because they have to
give Braun a big, well, I don't think anyone's going to believe, well, The Miz does find ways to beat everyone, so there is a legitimate way to fathom The Miz beating Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
But we have to imagine Braun's getting a big spot at Mania if he's not in a match with Brock, which he probably should be, but don't tell anyone.
No.
So what was after that?
It was Rhino and Heath Slater versus the Revival, we talked about that. The only thing I have in my notes is that, and this kind of bothers me, is that the fans in Philly were just chanting ECW at random times. Yes, because of Rhino.
The crowd was not good. On Monday, which is I guess they had Takeover, Rumble, so they were maybe probably a little tired. You have to imagine a lot of the same fans were going to every show.
So I don't mind it with if Rhino's in there chanting ECW, but it was like the whole match you just hear ECW, and that just I don't know. That was something that was bothering me. Yeah, and like we said, the Rival go over. They cut a promo, saying they beat the former SmackDown champs, and they could, they can do it on their own now. They can keep on going up or whatever, something like that. And then after that, we had the announcement of the new Hall of Fame inductees, which were the Dudley Boys, which is well deserved for them. I think it was cool.
You know the Dudley Boys, right, Chris?
Probably use them in the video games you played back in the day.
I mean, it sounds familiar.
Not, Edge and Christian?
Yeah.
And you know the Hardy Boys, obviously.
Yeah.
The team that wasn't them, that they were always wrestling. Bubba Ray, Devon. You have to know the Dudley Boys.
Maybe if I saw the picture?
Yeah. Maybe you don't know them because that might have been when they were in TNA.
I loved Edge.
These guys.
Oh, that's Derry. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember those
guys.
outfits.
Okay, so yeah, you know the Dudley Boys. So yeah, they'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and that was cool to see that.
Why?
Didn't they lose all the time?
No.
Yeah, but you know what comes with that? Having the most tag team championships ever.
Okay. I just remember Ed Hardy and Jeff Hardy.
Ed Hardy?
Fuck. Jeff and Matt Hardy used to win a lot.
Yeah, and so did Edge and Christian. It's kind of hot potato.
Well, didn't Christian, Edge go like into a bad boy kind of thing?
Yeah, he was the rated R superstar.
And then he started losing. I remember Jesse was complaining about that.
Well, everyone has to lose eventually.
Yeah.
Not the Undertaker.
Yeah, no, he lost.
What?
Yeah.
Didn't he have that 20 streak or something?
Yeah, and Brock Lesnar beat him.
What? Why?
And then he lost to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania last year. And,
they lost 2 in a row.
Retired.
What? Why would they do that?
He lost to Brock Lesnar, which was shocking. One of the most shocking moments ever.
What?
Then he beat Bray Wyatt next year, the year after that, and then who was after Bray Wyatt?
I thought it was Roman.
No.
Wait, so he lost to who?
Brock Lesnar.
And he said
he got concussed in the match.
Yeah, he pretty much died in the match.
He got concussed, so people thought he might have been a little dazed, and then he forgot to kick out or something.
But no, that was because they had all the graphics ready there, so that was playing. Yeah, that's the only time Vince has ever left the show, is to go to the hospital with him after that match. Yeah, he got pretty jacked up.
I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, so he lost to Brock. Hold on, I'm blanking on WrestleMania. On who?
Yo, that was one of the highlights. You just go oh, I want to see a good match. I want to see Undertaker win. You watch it, and Undertaker won. He beat so many people.
Well, yeah, he's beating a lot of people.
I heard Jesse be like, "Hey, you want to come over? Undertaker's gonna win." I'm like, "Okay."
So he lost to Lesnar. Beat Bray Wyatt. Oh, Shane McMahon.
Oh,
forgot about that one. Yeah, Shane jumped off the cell and missed. What else is new? And then he lost to Roman Reigns. Okay. Yeah.
Roman, is that the Daredevil dude?
No, that's Finn Balor. Roman Reigns is the big Samoan guy that Shinsuke eliminated to win.
Okay, yeah.
He has a Spider-Man logo on his chest.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. What? All right.
Yeah. And then Undertaker retired. But we don't know yet.
Yeah, because whatever he said on Raw 25,
yeah.
We don't know what the hell he was talking about.
We'll see at WrestleMania, because that's when he would have a match.
Yeah. So he retired while concussed?
No.
It was after.
I just told you I had a few matches after that. And then he had a couple more matches with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. All right.
So after that, what was it? Yeah. Sasha Banks, something? Or
it was I had a Sasha promo. It was kind of, again, a little heel-ish stuff that you're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're going to probably make her full heel soon.
Mm-hmm.
But she had a promo before Asuka talking about how she was lasting the longest in the Royal Rumble, and she could take on Asuka, and she's not afraid of Asuka.
She lasted 54 minutes.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. And then the match started. Again, they booked Sasha really strong in this
was
right off the gate.
Pay-per-view level match.
Yeah, it was.
So.
It was very good.
Sasha Banks supposed to be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
We told you she's like, if it's not Charlotte or Asuka, she's probably third.
She's the one that was like, she was like third in the match, right? And lasted like almost to the end. She was first in the match?
Yes.
I thought the redhead was.
No, she was second.
No.
But yeah, Sasha has four women's championships. Her and Charlotte.
And Charlotte's
Passed
the
them
one, the
around.
blonde that was in the chair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Her and
Okay.
Charlotte passed that title.
And
for
who was the small blonde one?
Alexa
Alexa
Bliss.
Okay.
She's the Raw champion.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a very, very good match. It was my match of the night. Very back and forth. But again, they booked Sasha Strong against Asuka.
Yeah, she almost died.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of the match. It's going back and forth. It's favoring Sasha still. She gets Asuka out of the ring, and then she goes to suicide dive through the ropes, and her feet or her back, her ankle, something skims the middle rope, and she just drops pretty much on her head. But like Asuka doesn't get kicked to kind of stop her momentum.
Some people are thinking that they did it on purpose.
Yeah,
like it was planned for her to look like she was gonna die.
But I don't know. That looked pretty brutal.
Well, no, but she like landed on her head.
Yeah. Like it was one of the moments where I had to look away from the TV screen because it was like when she impacted, I literally thought I was seeing someone get paralyzed, and I had to like turn my head. I was so like stunned.
Was it like when the Asian dude got his throat choked, stomped on?
Yeah, but it was like,
but she was jumping to the outside.
Yeah, to the outside.
Landed on her.
Oh.
But she didn't land. She looked like she landed on her head.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then like after a little while, the ref immediately like jumps out of the ring, make sure she's all right. Asuka kind of looks at her, make sure she's okay. And Sasha like immediately on the ground is like nodding, saying she's fine. They get back into the match. The finish was I think it was really good. It was Asuka's trying to finish Sasha, but then she keeps on reversing it into a bank statement. Mm-hmm. Gets her into the middle of the ring, then Asuka gets back to the corner. And then while Sasha, again, they're fighting, tries to get her to the bank statement, she reverses it. And then Asuka hits her with the Asuka lock, gets her in the middle, kind of like a chokehold, like a triangle choke, Chris. And then Banks just tapped out when she was in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, there was a cool picture they posted of Sasha, like, laying on the mat. And, like, she was, like, had a tear coming from her eye. And Asuka was in the back, like, doing her weird Asuka faces. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It actually has me thinking that maybe Sasha will win the Elimination Chamber. And that will be the Mania match. If Asuka doesn't challenge Charlotte, obviously.
Yeah, I would enjoy seeing that. Again, we just got a sample size of what they can do, which was a lot of people said this was pretty much a pay-per-view matchup, and how the match went, it was very good. So I can see it happening, and I would enjoy seeing them at WrestleMania.
Especially because it looks like it's Ronda is going to be tagging with, hopefully, The Rock, but probably not, against Triple H and Stephanie at WrestleMania.
Who else would they bring in if they don't bring
probably
The Rock?
Kurt
Though?
Angle.
I think Ronda Rousey should just go for Brock Lesnar.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
Not anymore.
Unless
they make her China.
So, yeah. I will say a little gripe. I was going to say this to him, but we're talking about her. I don't like that Ronda was not on Raw.
Yeah.
Because she was on SmackDown here, so I thought, maybe she'll be on SmackDown, but she wasn't. If she's working full-time, I know she has whatever movie to film or whatever, so whatever. That's a personal obligation, but she should have been on Raw after to at least address because it was very vague what was happening at Royal Rumble.
Even if they did like how they're doing the weird like social media, like people are promoting, like John Cena's like promoting like at the hallway.
Yeah.
Just have that for like just Ronda. Like she explains everything a little bit more in detail. She's not there because she's filming
or you could
whatever
have her via satellite, like The Rock.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think it's more of a marketing ploy to keep it vague, so you speculate more and like get more interest?
People are gonna speculate no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess it gets more interest.
Like we know it's gonna be Roman Reigns versus Brock. I mean, but we know.
100%.
Yes.
I hope you're wrong now.
I hope. No, I don't hope we're wrong because it's just gonna happen again next year, if it's not. Which would suck because it looks like it's gonna be at MetLife. So.
I don't want.
I think we're gonna go.
If we go to WrestleMania, I will not go to WrestleMania if it's at MetLife. If Roman's headlining, I won't. I don't want to do that. If I really hope at that time next year that Vince finally goes all in on Finn Balor.
We don't want Roman versus Brock at Mania, but we do because we'll finally get it over with.
Yeah, because Brock will finally
that's like
beat
one of
him.
those 3-year things.
Yes, it started at WrestleMania 31. They called an audible a week before that Seth Rollins would cash in his Money in the Bank in the main event. He didn't know until like a half hour before. Mm-hmm. So that was cool. The year after, what was Roman in the year after? He main evented, Triple H. Mm-hmm. He beat Triple H for the title. And last year was The Undertaker. Yeah.
And both back-to-back years, he got booed out of the building.
Yeah. It'll probably happen again this year.
Yeah. So after that, the Asuka match, and the fans were really into that. We got a tag team title match, which was the Bar versus Titus Worldwide.
It was a good match.
It was a good match.
I was surprised that Apollo looked really good in this match.
Yeah, Apollo did look really good. Even Titus, at times
Titus
he looked pretty
solid.
Good. Yeah.
You can't complain about Titus unless he's like grabbing Vince McMahon's jacket or something.
Yeah, and then gets suspended for like 90 days or whatever happened. Yeah, but I enjoyed this match. I thought it was pretty good. You messaged me and said, "Do you think Titus Worldwide is gonna?"
Yeah, I thought it's because they've won 2 times against the Bar in recent weeks, so I thought maybe they might.
I said there's a slim possibility, but this match made it look like that Titus could beat the Bar.
What?
You saying the Bar, and I was thinking of like a not actual person, like a bar, like something you've heard all over.
Sheamus and Cesaro.
So then I realized, I'm like, oh wait, that was that dude that it was in the.
We don't just set the bar, we are the bar. Yeah, that's what they say.
I'm so over them. It was good for a while, but now I'm just kind of souring on them, and now, of course, they're the tag team champions.
I'm all right with them. I just don't feel comfortable watching Sheamus wrestle.
Yeah.
He has spinal stenosis.
Yeah, that's true. So, the end, pretty much, it was funny, to me at least. Titus was out of the ring, and there's a brutal double team, like, with the Bar just beating up Apollo Crews, but he no-sells, like, this massive, like, clothesline or something. Gets right back up, and he starts fighting back. But again, I forgot what happened. I think, like, Sheamus or someone gets him back, hurts him in the back, and then the double team then was successful. They hit their finisher from the top rope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. Like I said, it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed that they booked Titus Worldwide strong. I thought we were just going to see another like squash match or something.
Yeah, I said a while ago when Apollo was still in NXT, it might have been TakeOver Brooklyn. He wasn't there very long. And I ironically said this last weekend about Johnny Gargano. I said if WWE finds a way to mess him up, they need to like stop.
Yeah,
he's so good. He just doesn't have a character.
Yeah, that was what happened with Apollo. Is that he came in a little bit too early. Whatchamacallit, and then they didn't know how to book him or give him a character.
Didn't give it. I like Titus Worldwide. They're fine.
Yeah, I think Titus Worldwide is fine.
I don't think Johnny Gargano. You can't mess.
Yeah, you can't really mess him up.
He's so good.
So after that, there was again the only appearance of Ronda Rousey. Was she wasn't even there. It was just a promo video announcing that.
That was like probably after the Rumble or whatever.
Yeah, with pictures of her at the Rumble, pointed at WrestleMania sign, blah blah, and Michael Cole, Ronda Rousey's here, blah blah blah, and they talked about that for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And yeah, also Jonathan Coachman. This is his first broadcast back.
Mention that the coach is back.
Yeah, I liked having him back.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he's pretty good.
Booker T though.
Yeah, we're gonna miss Booker T.
Yeah, you came right as he stopped being a commentator. Royal Rumble was his last show.
Yeah. What? Why?
Well, he's gonna be doing the pay per view.
Other stuff like he's gonna do like pre-shows and stuff.
Yeah, he's the pay per view pre-show guy.
Like, he's running for like mayor and Houston and stuff, and he has like schools that he runs for wrestling. So,
and he can
only do something. Like, he was like a temporary replacement anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So he's like a WWE ambassador, and then they said he's gonna still do the pre-show stuff. They said he's gonna do Raws from time to time. They said he's gonna be like on the broadcast booth here and there, but not as often, obviously. So they got Jonathan Coachman, who I think is a good replacement.
They revamped Raw completely. They have new graphics and everything. They did it for SmackDown too. It looked cool.
Yeah, like the new graphics package they put in, a lot better than what they had in the past. So.
Maybe we'll get a new intro video too.
Yeah,
I love those.
I think it's Pat's due that we get a new.
Yeah, it's been intro. A while since I don't even. They don't always have it, so I don't actually. What's the song?
On this day.
No, that's Edge. Whatever, it's fine.
Nah, the song's not important. Then after that was the main event, where you guys might see Steven go nuclear here. It was John Cena versus Finn Balor, first time match. The club came out in the beginning, then Finn, and then obviously John Cena. My one note is that when Cena came out, I don't know if the Cena sucks chants were not as prominent because people were tired at this point, or if they muted it down like they did the Roman boos.
I don't think they would mute that.
Yeah.
So why is anyone chanting that Cena sucks?
It's kind of like when Kurt Angle comes out, they like saying "You suck" along to his song. It's kind of like
John Cena's John Cena.
Okay, but like it's not like they say it, but like it's like
this is
endearing.
Like a joke. Yeah.
Like it's like because like Kurt Angle's like he like leads them on. He's like "You suck."
Okay.
It's like like you meant like you love me, but like
yeah.
So.
Like back then when he was a heel, I forgot, was it Edge who started that? Someone started it, but he said like your theme music sounds like in the between. You could say "you suck" or something like that, and he starts doing it, and then all the fans got into it, so it became like a huge thing. But people love him, but they just do it as a kind of
like
a
the
joke.
hug thing, like the person you love to hate.
I guess I guess we love to hate John Cena.
Yeah. Okay, and then the beginning of the match was kind of slow.
They did a lot of chain wrestling.
Yeah.
What's that?
You know, like in the beginning of the match where like they go like collar and elbow and then they like grapple each other and like transition to other stuff. That's chain wrestling. And Balor, interesting enough, I love chain wrestling.
It's just hugging. They just hug like the AJ Styles match in the beginning was just hugging.
Yeah, chain wrestling. It's great.
It's ridiculous.
Balor was actually out-strengthening Cena for a bit, which is interesting that a junior, technically, wrestler. Junior is like...
Is this Daredevil?
Yes.
Yeah, but he was... Oh, I made a note just for you. He wasn't in Daredevil attire this time. He was just in his standard black, yeah.
What?
Yeah, so...
How is he overpowering the Cena?
That's what that was interesting.
No.
Because he is technically a junior, which is cruiserweight in WWE terms. Like below 205 pounds.
Okay.
So
my weight.
Yeah, Cena was the powerhouse in this match, obviously. Yeah. So, but Balor was getting the best of him out in the strength category a few times. And John Cena did not look like he wanted to be there. I'm gonna be honest with you. He did not seem interested at all.
And you could also tell he wasn't interested because there's a part where I wrote down in here that there's like a potential beach ball mania happening.
What was going on. It was either a beach ball or like
someone getting tossed.
Yeah.
And the fans were completely distracted to that, and they were booing at random times, and then they started chanting "a-hole" over and over again. So either it was beach ball mania or the security guards kicking someone out. So you could tell, like in John Cena's face, he was like, "Come on."
They were focused on the crowd, not the actual.
Yeah, like you could tell. Yeah, the fans were focused more on the crowd when this should have been a monumental matchup, and you could tell in Cena's face that he was like, "All right, like." Yeah.
Cena wrestles much. I thought he stopped.
He shows up whenever he wants.
Yeah.
There's nothing left for him to do.
He's
other
than break the championship record,
which he break the record, and that's really it. Like he's done everything.
Okay, I was gonna say because he almost did everything back then.
He hasn't won the Intercontinental title. I will say that. So that's the one thing he hasn't.
That could be like the end of his career kind of thing. I should give him an Intercontinental title run.
So like he just doesn't seem like obviously he wants to be there. He's like, "Oh, WWE's my home." He says it all the time, like, "I'll always be here." But like, go make your movies, dude. You've done everything.
Makes that train wreck character again.
Yeah, that's great. So the match started getting a little bit more interesting. About 10 minutes into it, John Cena usual 5-knuckle shuffle midway through after Finn reversed the first one, and then Yeah. Cena tried to do an AA. I think he did it. No, he jumped off the ropes. He kicked him off and tried to go for an AA, and then Finn kicked it out or elbowed him out. Did a Pele kick, got a 2 count on it. And then right after Finn ran into a clothesline, it was like Cena no-sold it. And then Finn goes for like a move on top rope. Cena reverses it into an AA. Well, he holds him for a little bit longer. And
he gave a 2 sweet too while I had him up there.
Yeah, and then gives him an AA. He got like a almost 3 count. Cena was shocked that he kicked out. Cena was getting booed.
Since you said that, I just pictured that gif where like Cena's like, oh.
That was the face that he was pretty much giving. And then, Cena's again not understanding the boos like he got like at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he kept saying like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, because he kept saying, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to WrestleMania. I was literally screaming, you're going to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We know you're going to be you're John Cena. Yeah. You're not going to not be at WrestleMania. Even when you were injured, you showed up at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So stop saying, I want to know, honestly, because Cena's all about putting people over now. Like, he's not like Super Cena. He doesn't bury people anymore. But, like, I want to know if Vince made this call and Cena was very reluctant to do it. Because he kept saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was because of that. Because it was just like how he was playing the crowd. The crowd seemed to get to him a lot, which is not like Cena. Maybe it was just how they were telling the story. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I want to know if he was literally just saying sorry to be like, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But then, you could tell through the whole match. Yeah, Cena doesn't understand the booze like we said. And then, Cena goes to the top for some reason. And then Finn kicks him off into the center of the ring. Finn Balor goes to try to do the coup de grace.
Yeah, he hurt his knee because he missed it.
Yeah, he missed it. Sells that he hurt his ankle and his knee. Cena locks him into the STF. Finn doesn't tap. And then, Finn, after that, hits a knee on Cena. Cena no-sells it at all. And then, Finn tries to go. He kicks him in the corner, tries to go for a coup de grace again. Cena stands back up.
He couldn't get to the top because of his knee.
Yeah, he couldn't get to the top. Yeah, he tried. And then Cena.
Good old Avalanche AA to win the match.
Yeah.
Yo, what about the Avalanche?
No, when he does the attitude adjustment, his finishing move, Cena,
okay.
when he does it off the top rope.
Yeah.
It's called the Avalanche.
What does he call it?
The Avalanche AA.
What's AA?
Attitude adjustment.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he does that. He and then
it used to be the FU, but PG.
Yeah, I remember that.
PG, so they can't say that anymore.
Why?
Because it implies, F words.
When did it go PG?
6 years ago?
A while ago.
8 years ago?
I don't remember.
Didn't Edge and that girl?
Yes, they had a live sex show.
Yeah, and then when was that?
That was the end of the.
That was like the tail end of all that.
The attitude adjustment.
TV 14.
That was like 2006.
Yeah, it was like
something like that.
Oh my god, I feel old now.
Great moment. Live sex show.
Yeah, it was a great moment. And then so Cena hits the Super A 1, 2, 3. It was a solid match. Not on the level that we expected. I really didn't like the finish. Me and you were not a huge fan of the finish. I sent Steven a message saying, get ready to get angry or something like that.
Steven, what don't you get?
I just don't get it. Why is Cena beating him?
Is it Cena?
Okay, I get from your perspective, yes, John Cena should beat everyone, right? But
if Undertaker's not there and The Rock's not there.
But what if this is all just a coup and it's John Cena's actually going to be the number one contender after Elimination Chamber? No. And we're gonna get Brock versus John Cena.
Shouldn't John Cena
even though we
win?
want Brock, even though we want to see John Cena Undertaker.
I don't need that at all.
Shouldn't he just keep winning till he retires?
I don't need John Cena versus Brock. I've seen it. Brock tossed him around for 20 minutes. It was great.
So is Brock supposed to be like the guy who can't lose now?
Yes, he is. Well, he's lost. He lost to Cena actually back in the day, and Triple H.
No, but like now since he came back, right?
When was the last time he lost?
I don't even know. It's been a while.
Yeah, because
did Roman beat him?
I don't know. So one of my friends was saying
Roman's never beat him. He didn't take the pin on Rollins. Roman got pinned by Rollins.
I thought, since he came back, he hasn't lost.
I don't remember the last time Brock's lost.
Yeah.
Well, no, since he came back, he has lost.
He has?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much since he's beaten... I think Undertaker beat him once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the last time he lost is when Undertaker beat him.
So Undertaker's got to
At
come back.
SummerSlam, like I was saying, I don't need John Cena versus Undertaker. I don't need Undertaker at all at WrestleMania because I don't need to see an old man.
I was fine with him with
barely able to wrestle
with everything
anymore.
he did.
Wow, dude.
Do not get me wrong, I love the Undertaker. The way he went out is perfect.
Yeah, I don't.
He left his hat and robe in the ring.
He shouldn't have
and
lost.
Went off into not the sunset because it was nighttime. But
he walked. He walked into his mysterious
hole,
blue
his hole because he couldn't get up the ring.
Area.
Does he do the coffin thing still?
No, he hasn't come out to the coffin.
There hasn't been
forever.
a buried alive match in a long time. I think that might be a PG thing too.
That was actually fun.
Or a casket match.
I
think the last casket match might be him versus Mark Henry at WrestleMania. I think that might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, but it was weird because now he came back for Raw 25, but the way he said stuff, we don't know how to interpret what he said on Raw 25.
Anyway, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why is the club coming out and not saying at ringside for Finn? It makes no sense. You could have used that to beat Cena.
Yeah.
Because they love to hashtag beat up John Cena.
It just seemed weird. The whole thing just seemed weird.
Cena eliminates him in the Royal Rumble, and then he beats him clean the next night. Why? Why? I don't get it. I do not get it.
I don't know why.
The crowd wants Finn Balor so bad. Triple H wants Finn Balor so bad. Hell, even Vince has to like Finn Balor. He won the title in his first ever pay-per-view match.
Maybe
he beat Roman Reigns clean on his first ever Raw.
But maybe Cena's pushing for this somehow.
No, he's not.
Some dirt on it.
There's no reason to. He's not even going to be here for long. He'll show up every now and then between now and WrestleMania. Show up at WrestleMania and he'll be gone for a while. He's in this stupid Transformers movie, Bumblebee. Who? He's a lead role in that.
Who, Cena?
Yeah.
What?
He's got to film that.
With Mark Wahlberg?
No, just Cena. It's a Bumblebee movie. It's not even a Transformers movie. It's just Bumblebee.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But why is Finn Balor losing to him? I know you don't get it. At least it wasn't the Demon. Thank God he didn't beat the Demon.
Who's the Demon?
I explained to you. It's a demon sometimes.
Oh, that's so stupid.
The Demon has never lost. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Well, he has an NXT, but that's different.
This guy has multiple personalities?
Yes.
So he's Daredevil, then he's in his black outfit,
he has a
and
lot
then he's
of
a demon.
different
Halloween,
outfits.
he was Pumpkin Balor.
Yeah.
Because he wore orange.
No, Pumpkin Balor never was a thing because Bray Wyatt got sick.
Yeah.
But that brings me to the next point. He beat AJ Styles. And the pay-per-view says, right, he beat AJ Styles, who's like your number 2 guy.
So AJ Styles is not that good.
What? Oh, that's the perfect way to start the Finn Balor push again. And you don't do anything. You put him with the club, great. Awesome. Right on track. Put him with his boys from Bullet Club. Oh, wait. Now he's losing to Cena? Yeah, okay. Iron Man and our own. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. That's great. But then he loses to Cena. I don't get it.
Stephen King, he
I don't get it. Maybe he's turning heel. Please give me a heel Finn Balor. That'd be great.
They were
give me the real rock and roller.
They were implying it in the video promo he had. He kind of had like the Finn smirk, like the heel smirk.
Probably, I don't know. Maybe he'll find a way into the Elimination Chamber. I don't know. Maybe he'll find a way to cost Cena the Elimination Chamber. And we'll probably get him versus Cena at WrestleMania, which will be great.
Yeah.
Finn Balor needs a big match at WrestleMania because he missed WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
He needs a big spot.
That could be the thing for Cena. But then, again, that's if Undertaker doesn't show back up.
Because if Finn's going to be in the title match, which he's not, he's probably going to be in the IC title match because Braun Strowman's going to be against The Miz, apparently. He needs a big spot. Give him Cena.
How would you feel if Undertaker...
Give him Undertaker.
Yeah, if Undertaker came back, would you... I wouldn't mind...
Give him past the torch to Finn Balor. Why
Demon
not?
versus Undertaker.
I would love that.
But
I'm not sure how they would mesh well because Finn Balor's so much faster than
so wait, if the Undertaker came back and fought Demon, that means Demon Streak's going to be over, right?
No.
Why would
you have Undertaker?
I mean,
why would you have him come back and have him lose?
Finn over.
Why would you have the Undertaker come back and lose?
Because they did that last year.
Yeah, he did it for Roman.
Stupid.
Because Undertaker is old-fashioned. The way to do it in wrestling, you go through your whole career, blah, blah, blah. Then you go out on your back. Your last match you lose and pass it on to someone else.
Which he...
supposed to go out on top.
Which was supposed to be Roman, but I think he kind of regretted
mentality.
that. Yeah.
You don't like Hulk Hogan mentality.
Why?
Because then you bury people.
Yeah, you ruin things.
What about Ric Flair? Did he go out on top?
He went out on his back. Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels super kicked his head off.
I heard Shawn Michaels didn't get the right treatment or something.
Shawn Michaels went out on his back too. Undertaker.
I don't know. Jesse said it wasn't right or something. I just remember always complaining about that.
Shawn Michaels was done. He didn't want to wrestle anymore.
Undertaker.
He went out with one of the best matches ever. On his back to Undertaker and a further streak.
I think I saw that too.
And then you pass it on to Brock Lesnar. What?
Wasn't Shawn crying?
Yeah.
Of course he cried. It was his last match.
No.
Has he come back?
What?
Has he come?
I'll never come back. No. He said it. He's done.
He came back to do like a super kick.
Yeah,
and that was like a sweet chin music.
And now he's a coach for NXT.
Yeah.
He coaches.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. And then, Undertaker originally wanted his streak to lose. He wanted to lose the streak to Shawn. But then Vince didn't want that.
He said Edge too. He wanted to lose too, and even CM Punk and all them were like, I don't want that. Edge. I know Edge.
Edge said no. I think they almost did it with Shawn, but then at the last second they said don't or no or something.
CM Punk, I don't know.
CM Punk, I don't think he didn't want it. They changed it. Yeah, I forgot what they did.
I don't think he wanted that either.
Yeah, and I don't think he wanted the heat or whatever for beating him.
So
he said Brock he didn't know if he handled it,
which was perfect.
Because
if someone's
Brock can handle it.
Brock.
Yeah. But so that was Raw, and then we went on a little tangent.
Yeah, sorry.
Overall, it was good. Braun was amazing as always, and then I had Asuka and Sasha was a great match. That was my match of the night.
And then we had SmackDown.
Yeah, the ending could have been a little bit better for Raw, but with the Finn John Cena thing, but it's all right. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so SmackDown, which Chris actually watched the highlights of, because he didn't see the Raw link we sent him. That's all right. He participated enough in that conversation. So we opened with a Shinsuke promo, our Royal Rumble champion. He basically said that he needs a lot of people in the face, which he does, and he's going to do it to AJ at WrestleMania also.
Did you understand what he said? I couldn't understand him.
He didn't really say much. He said person's name, and said knee, face.
He said someone before. I forgot what he said first, and then he said Cena knee to face. Fans went crazy, blah, blah. And then he said Roman knee to face. The fans booed initially, like when he said Roman, and then when he said knee to face, he went wild.
The thing with Shinsuke is he doesn't really need to talk.
Yeah,
and he's very good with his facial expressions and his like movements that get the crowd into it and whatever.
Like I didn't like him and AJ were talking backstage. And I had no idea what that was about.
I don't know what he said there.
KO and Sammy come out. They say that they were screwed out of the title, and Shinsuke is like, AJ is a winner and you two are losers.
Yep, fans love that when that happened.
And then AJ came out. AJ Styles, the house that AJ Styles built.
Yeah.
SmackDown Live. No, that was not Booker T. That was AJ Styles.
That was AJ. He said that. He said that in the middle of his promo.
But he's like, I know we're gonna be opponents at WrestleMania, but why don't we be a team, right? Oh, we have the dream match. Let's be the dream team.
Yeah.
So KO and Sam were like, nope. And then Daniel Bryan was like, okay, we'll make that match tonight. And they were all upset, and then like, we deserve an opportunity at the title again, blah blah blah. And he's like, you know what? You're right. We'll give you two another chance at the title next week. At least Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens for a number one contender shot against AJ Styles at Fastlane. And they're like, and then, then they started bickering, whatever. So we might be getting a split again between those two. So,
which I don't know what's going to happen with this if they split.
Yeah, we saw that fleshed out more in the main event, so we'll get to that. SmackDown also had new graphics, which I didn't mention when Shinsuke came out. A giant rock star flew across the screen, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, which I was confused about.
There's a great GIF on... there's one account I forget the name of it. They edited it instead of like the word coming out, they put the Rockstar Energy logo. It was very funny. So after that, we had a fatal 4-way for the U.S. For a number one contendership to the U.S. title. It was Kofi versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev versus Zack Ryder. One of these things is not like the other, and that is Zack Ryder. Because why?
Yeah. I have no idea why.
Bobby Roode was on commentary.
Yep.
He's
glorious as always.
On commentary. He did say he's talking about his match at Rumble against Mojo Rawley, and he calls it Mojo Riley. So that's become a bit of a meme on the internet. Okay. It was funny. Right before the match, Big E was just going. His new thing is to fuck. I'm gonna bleep that out. To mess with Corey Graves, and he just was throwing pancakes at him.
Yeah, which was hilarious.
Was that was?
Yeah.
I just like the highlight you showed me was like literally 2 seconds of like walking and then all of a sudden like throwing pancakes and then
cutting.
It was
like every time like Kofi would do something like cool in the ring, it would cut to Big E just throwing more pancakes at Corey and Bobby, and they're both like, "What are you guys like? What are you doing? Like, that's disgusting."
So the match is going on. It was an alright match.
Yeah.
Fatal 4-Ways are always
they're always great.
But the ref tossed Big E and Xavier. Well, it was funny because Aiden English was like chasing after the Singh brother.
The lone Singh brother. I can't think of his name.
And he backs into Kofi and not Kofi. Xavier Woods and Big E and knocks the pancakes out of his hand, and they didn't like that.
Yeah. Before that, though, Rusev was getting ready to do a. This is before that all happened. He went to do. He started charging up to dive over the rope because everyone was jumping out of the ring, and when he went to go do it, like the Singh brother like held his foot, and then that's what happened. Aiden English came over, and then the pancakes fell.
So the ref throws them all out. I don't know why they weren't really.
Yeah, they weren't really doing anything. So
wait, the ref did something?
The ref threw
the ref.
all the,
I didn't know refs did anything except do the count.
I started dying laughing just the way the ref did it because he instead of like circling everyone, he pointed at every single person, and then you could see them looking at him like, "Don't do it," and he turns around and he just throws them out, and it was hilarious. That was really funny.
Rusev won this match, which was great, with an accolade on Kofi.
Jinder was also booked really strong too.
Jinder looked good in this match. I don't know why Zack Ryder isn't taking the loss there. It's weird.
Yeah.
But next week we'll get Bobby Roode versus Rusev. We actually got a good backstage promo by Bobby Roode. He had like a calendar.
Yeah.
And on next Tuesday he wrote Rusev Day. And he's like, it may be Rusev Day, and then he writes Glorious out on the calendar with the O. He circled Rusev Day being the O. He's like, next Tuesday may be Rusev Day, but the whole week is glorious or whatever. I thought that was funny. Yeah, I didn't even notice that glorious is 8 letters. So
I liked before that promo. Rusev stared down Bobby, and Bobby just like, "What are you staring at?" And they're just looking at each other for a little while. I thought that was cool. And then Bobby yelled next week to Rusev, and then the promo happened, which I liked a lot.
We had an Usos backstage promo, which was really good.
Yeah, it was good.
They're talking about. I forget exactly what they're talking about. It was really good.
Yeah, they were doing their typical, what Chris doesn't like, their typical yelling and screaming and stuff.
But they had these weird, like, pop-up
graphics.
It was weird. I feel like they're trying to, like, cut out, like, the GIF people that, like, subtitle the GIFs.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to, like, take them out with
what was the thing that kept on appearing over and over? It was like a phrase they always say.
Oh, yeah, no. Then they come to the ring and do an in-ring promo. And they're talking about blah, 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 like, oh, all of you guys aren't as good as us. We're brothers or whatever. And they were like naming teams. I think they even threw a shot in at the Young Bucks in this one. But like they would name a team they beat, and it looked like Kevin Dunn like discovered like Microsoft movie maker.
Yeah.
And every time they'd be like, Breezango, lockdown, and like a jail cell would slam on the TV. Which I feel like that doesn't make much sense because they were the ones behind the jail cell, which is weird because one of the Usos had a DUI.
Well, both of them technically did, but one of them most recently.
So they kept doing that as like lockdown, and I've locked down the whole division or whatever. And then I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be the Authors of Pain. They're gonna come out, but it was the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah. So my little side note is, are they gonna be like a rap group after this or?
There was a rap battle once. I think we were here. I watched it here.
Oh, really?
And everyone was like, what the hell is happening? The New Day and the Usos had a rap battle once.
It kind of sounds, familiar.
Yeah. So that was funny.
The Usos definitely seem like a rap duo.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to get the Usos versus Bludgeon Brothers at some point, and, the Bludgeon Brothers had their...
That was ridiculous.
What?
The dudes with the beards and the kilts. Is that what I'm thinking of? The Bludgeon Brothers? They just kept like...
Oh, with the hammers?
Yeah.
And they beat up this... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They beat up some local guys. One of them was actually Drew Gulak's brother.
Oh, and they were making fun of, like, the outfits?
Yeah. The Bludgeon Brothers won that, obviously. I was hoping it would be Authors of Pain, but guess not yet.
Yeah, and then
then we got Daniel Bryan thing. A little promo talking about the Smackdown Top 10, which I'm interested in. They're having all the wrestlers like vote as who's like the top 10 on SmackDown. Like the criteria is like talent. locker room leadership, which is interesting. And there was one other, maybe it was in ring.
Can we make a top 10 of who we think is going to be in the top 10?
Well, based on the criteria, AJ Styles would be first every time.
Yeah, it's AJ. I think it'd be AJ and Shin in the top 2.
I don't know, because it's like it's the land of opportunity. It's like give people shots. And someone brought this up, I was on the Reddit Squared Circle live chat or post discussion or whatever, and someone brought up how TNA did something similar back in the day, where fans would like vote who should get opportunities. And Nigel McGuinness, who was there at the time, who's the NXT and 205 Live commentator now, they voted him to get a title shot every week, and they just ignored it. So I get that it's not the fans for this, but it's like the locker room. So it'd be interesting how they do that. I think it's cool. So after that was a Charlotte promo. Talking she's the best, normal stuff. You don't like Charlotte?
No, that was stupid.
Oh, okay.
I was watching and I was like, okay, I hope this highlight's over.
Yeah, no, she's the best.
Oh, that was funny though. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so then she's interrupted by the Riot Squad, and Ruby Riot gave her a little dig and said she's just a cheap imitation of her father.
Even though Ruby Riot is an imitation of Absolution, so there we go.
Yeah, so she didn't like that. Charlotte gets beat up pretty brutally by the three of them, and then Carmella attempts her cash in.
That was funny,
which was hilarious.
Yeah, so
I think the highlight made it funnier because you just see so many snippets. Like you see she's like running in, she kicks, and all of a sudden you see a fly.
The ref goes to hand to start the match, and Carmella goes to drop kick Charlotte, and Charlotte ducks out of the way, and she kicks the ref out of the ring. And then Charlotte's like all ready to go, and she's like, "Oh no, not today. I'm good, not today." So she teased that, which is cool.
So if she
haven't gotten that in a while, so.
But it cut like immediately after. So she cashed in, but technically she didn't get a match. So she gets her
started,
so she gets her briefcase. Okay, that's what I was kind
of.
The
bell has to ring.
Because it kind of cut right after.
Where's the ref taking it?
To the.
He was handing it to the timekeeper.
Yeah, the timekeeper takes it and
then and then when the bell rings and it's like a official championship match.
Yeah. So
I like that they finally teased that Carmella will use it.
Maybe we'll get it at Mania.
It's
gotta happen at some point.
We're
running out of time here, but
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Does it expire?
Next Money in the Bank. She has from Money in the Bank to Money in the Bank to do it.
Okay.
So a whole year. Then backstage we get Shane and Ty Dillinger's talking to him like, he didn't get his shot in the Rumble because he was taken out. He deserves an opportunity at something. And Baron Corbin comes out and he's like, you don't deserve anything, blah, blah, this, that, or whatever. And then I forget exactly what Corbin said, but he's like, then like Shane's talking to Corbin or whatever, and Ty's not even on the screen, and then Ty talks again. Corbin's like, you're still here? And Ty was like, yeah, unlike your Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, which was
Corbin
hilarious.
was not happy about that.
I found that so funny.
So Shane makes a match between the two, and Corbin walks away, and Shane's like, well, you had to really bring that up. He's like, gotta do what I gotta do, man. He's very sensitive about that. He's like, whatever. So we get the match, Corbin pretty much destroys Ty Dillinger. End of days. Normal Corbin match.
But I feel bad for Ty because one, he hasn't been on TV for a while, so maybe, it was good to see him back.
SmackDown top 10.
Yeah,
the locker room likes him enough. Could be
getting
a title shot.
I hope he gets some sort of push because he's been in the back burner for a while, and then he had to eat it for Baron Corbin, which I understand, but I would hope to see Ty booked a little bit better.
Yeah, and then there was after that Gable and Benjamin. Chris's favorite versus Breezango.
Yeah. Fashion Police.
Yeah, that went about as you'd expect.
Yeah, I literally wrote in parentheses, who cares?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do with I mean, Breezango, they had a chance to win the titles, and they should have. The crowd wanted it so bad. And gotta love the Fashion Files.
Yeah.
I haven't done them in a while, though, unfortunately. But I'm not sure what they're going to do with Gable and Benjamin.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Because I don't know how you really come back from losing 2 straight falls. in a 2 out of 3 falls match. But we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
And then the main event, right?
Yep.
I stopped taking notes because I thought I had it from there.
Yeah, it was obviously we said what kicked off the show, but it was Shin and AJ versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
We saw a little bit more dissension between the two.
Yeah, it was a good match. I think it was solid.
At one point, KO's like yelling at Sami. He's like, "You don't talk to me like that," and Sami like walks away.
Yeah, because Sami got thrown out of the ring, and he was taking a while to get back in the ring, and KO was yelling at him, saying like, "Get back in the ring! Get back in the corner! What are you doing?" And then Sami got all like upset about it.
So you go to commercial, come back, and Sami comes back to break up a pin, but then he leaves again. Yeah,
he comes out again, and then KO's still yelling at him, and then Sami comes back to help him out. Even though KO was still in control, there's a funny spot. Not like you could see more dissension, but Sami tells him to tag him in, or Sami's in the corner, and KO like chops him.
Yeah.
To tag him back in, and then Sami does it like 2 seconds after. And this is what kind of started turning the tide because they're arguing.
We didn't talk about the AJ and Shinsuke thing backstage. So what Shinsuke kept saying, like AJ was like, "Oh, we need to like game plan for today," and AJ was like, Shinsuke was like, "I beat you at WrestleMania." He just kept saying that over and over again. AJ's like, "Come on, like what are you doing? Come on."
He's like, "Don't worry, I got this," or something like that.
That was funny.
And throughout the match, you see more and more of KO and Sami fighting. There's a spot where KO has like AJ in the corner or something, and he's yelling at Sami, and he says, "You got this, yeah, like you got it at the Rumble." He's, "No, I got this," and he throws AJ down. And then they keep on fighting. AJ rolls up KO, gets a 2 count, and then they're still arguing, and then Sami just says, "You know what? I'm done." Walks away for good.
I think that was just so he could get to the back because he had the mixed match challenge right after. So
so he walked away and says, "You know what? I'm done." KO does a really good gutbuster after reversing a fabulous form. He catches AJ, hits it, and then pretty much after this, KO's still yelling. AJ does a Pele kick, tags Shin in. Shin hits a Kinshasa, and that was it. 1, 2, 3.
And Sami had a good backstage promo.
Yeah,
saying like, "Oh, we're still friends, but this is about opportunity." And KO has gotten all his shots. He's been this champion, that champion. It's my time to be the champion.
Yeah, he said, like, I've been known as KO's best friend. It's time for people to know me as the guy who beat KO for the number 1 contender and then beat AJ for the title. So it was good. I feel like it.
We got a cool shot at the end of AJ and Shinsuke pointing at Shinsuke was pointing at the sign, WrestleMania sign. You got to get used to people pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
Yeah,
they do it a lot.
That. They do
Dude,
it.
That confused the hell out of me when I was watching Royal Rumble. I'm like, I thought this was Royal Rumble.
Yeah, no,
they WrestleMania sign there.
Yeah, they point because like, oh, we're going to WrestleMania.
Yeah. But AJ at times he pointed to the WrestleMania when they were both standing in the post. Yeah, like he would point to the crowd, and then him and AJ, him and Shin pointed at the WrestleMania sign, which was cool.
So that's your first official match for WrestleMania. Yeah. Unless Sami Zayn or whoever wins the number.
What did they say behind the scenes?
What do you mean?
What did Shinsuke say to Styles behind the scenes?
Did you miss that? We talked about it.
You did?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand him.
He was saying AJ wanted the game plan for the match, and Shinsuke was like, "I'm gonna beat you at WrestleMania." Like he just kept saying that.
And then he said, "Don't worry." He said, "Don't worry." I couldn't make out what he said in between. "Don't worry," and then he just said, "I got this." Yeah. Like, and then there's weird Shinsuke like smirk, like. Yeah. They just walked away.
I didn't hear any of that.
Show overall, though, was okay. I think it could have been a little bit better, but it has a lot of potential for next week's show to be pretty good. There's a lot going on next week. It's going to be a pretty big show next week. So.
And we'll touch on 205 Live real quick because there was some big news out of there. We had the new GM, Drake Maverick.
I hate that.
Is our GM for 205 Live, otherwise known as Rockstar Spud.
Why couldn't he keep Rockstar? And then when he comes out, instead of Shinsuke having the Rockstar, you have Rockstar Spud come across the screen.
That honestly might be why they changed the name because they did. But whatever. Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud. He did. I liked how he did a good job. I liked. I
wish it was Ray.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Ray's going to be full-time.
Yeah, so it's fine. Drake or Rockstar. I'm going to always refer to him as Rockstar Spud when we speak about him. So, it's good that he's here. It's been rumored he was going to be here for a while, so it's good that he's to see him on 205 Live.
He skips NXT to 205 Live, so...
They had to bolster some star power, so he's good for it.
So he announces we're getting a 16-man tournament. Mm-hmm. I guess we're calling this CWC 2.0 or Light, Cruiserweight Classic Light.
Yeah.
16-man tournament. Final will be at WrestleMania. So Vacant has a long reign as Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah.
He's just gathering more and more belts. Vacant. He went from what was Vacant recently before the Cruiserweight title?
U.S. title.
Yeah, the U.S. title. So he's got a couple reigns here this year already. So the first two matches were Cedric Alexander and Grand Metalik. Gotta feel for Cedric, though, because he had two title opportunities. One got ruined because Enzo got sick, and one got ruined because Enzo decided to sexually assault someone. So I was hoping he just got a bye to the final, but obviously you want him on TV.
Yeah, you need him on TV, actually. You don't want him, you need him.
I guess it makes sense, but it's a story for him, so it works. And then we got TJP versus Tyler Bate, which was cool. Cedric Alexander won his match, and TJP won his match, surprisingly.
Yeah, I thought Tyler Bate was going to go over.
Yeah, I guess maybe Tyler Bate isn't going to be on full-time. It was a good match. Crowd was dead, but that's 205 Live. I would prefer if they put 205 Live before Smackdown, because the crowd will still want to see wrestling at that point. True. But, I don't know. And then next week we get... Oh, man. What was the other match? But we get... Oh, my God. I'm failing right now. Hold on.
Come on, Steven.
I know who's in the match, but I don't want to say yet. Hold on. This is failure on my part. This is why I should have taken notes during 205 Live, but I didn't.
Steven sucks.
Did they announce all the 16
No, it's a week-by-week thing.
So do you think Ray potentially could be even if he's on a small-time, part-time deal, do you think he would show for 205 Live?
Maybe.
He's one of the first.
It's just,
he's one of the
first
guys on the cruiserweight.
Next, that's one of the matches. What's the other match? Oh my God! Why do I got a podcast? Why I keep showing this? I keep seeing the same match. I can't find the other news. Oh, here we go. So next week is Kalisto versus Lince Dorado, which would be a fun little luchador match, and Hideo Itami versus Roderick Strong, which I'm very excited about. So Roderick Strong's getting a little main roster call up for that. I like that. They're freshening up the pool for the new 205 Live. So next week. And Roderick Strong won the number one contenders match for the UK title, too, at NXT this week. So he'll have a match against Pete Dunne, which will also be really cool. So
yeah.
Roderick Strong's getting a little push here. I love Roderick Strong. So, yeah, that was it for this week. Like I said, if you want to hear my thoughts on NXT this week, the post-takeover, pre-takeover show, because they filmed it before takeover at the arena takeovers at, which is funny. But so the post-takeover, pre-takeover show, which is always fun. So if you want my thoughts, at 3MP Wrestling at Twitter, on twitter.com. So yeah, that's it for our second episode. A little SmackDown and Raw talk. A little 205 Live at the end there. Again, thanks for listening. Let us know what you think. Follow us on our social medias. Subscribe to our YouTube page. We're working on some YouTube stuff. We got some ideas. So.
If you have any suggestions,
any suggestions,
YouTube
helpful
or Twitter,
criticisms, or if you hate us, let us know.
Yeah.
No feedback is bad feedback. I hope you don't hate us. No one's told me that yet, and people have listened.
I hate
you. Okay. Well, you
shout out to Tommy for listening to our podcast.
Oh, he did listen to it?
Yeah, he just told me.
Okay, cool. Nice. Thanks, Tommy.
Yep.
He'll be home next week. No, he'll be home
yes.
tomorrow?
Or what? Already?
I feel like he said February 2nd. All right, I'll ask him after that.
What?
So anyway, thanks for listening, guys. We are the 3-Man Podcast, 3MP for short. I'm your host, Steven.
I'm Alex.
Yeah, I'm Chris.
Thanks for listening, guys.
See you guys later.